The first Purdue portal domino has fallen. It's a domino. Brian Waddell has entered the transfer portal. This comes from Indy Star Sports, is the first place that I saw this. Aaron Ferguson with the reporting. Brian Waddell entered the transfer portal late Saturday morning. And this is not the most surprising news. Maybe even Purdue fans knew this was coming and we just hadn't heard about it yet. I don't know. But Waddell has been a bit player for Purdue in 3 seasons at Purdue. He's appeared in 40 games, averaging 5 minutes a game in those 40 appearances. He actually played 8 minutes a game in 17 games as a freshman. Never really cracked the rotation again. Always like a summer offseason buzz guy. Remember that European trip they took a couple years ago where like Brian Waddell was kind of the story of like keep an eye on him, but just never came to fruition in Purdue's very successful 2 season run. I believe he has graduated. Not that it matters for Purdue purposes, but he's entering as a grad transfer, which means he graduated in, I believe, well, 3 playing seasons, unless he was a redshirt freshman,
I
4 years.
he redshirted his first year, I think.
Okay, so then 4 years, graduate, gone. Purdue fans probably would have known that his scholarship was coming open at this point, but still, legacy guy. His father was a big Boilermaker basketball figure, Matt Waddell. So, your thoughts on this? Is this meaningful in one way or another for Purdue basketball or for Brian Waddell?
I think it's a sign that Brian Waddell wants to play, and I don't think he was going to get that opportunity at Purdue for one reason or another. And also on the flip side of that, I think that possibly Paint's trying to make the most of all his scholarships. From scholarship top to bottom, he's trying to make all of them worth it. And obviously not everyone's going to play because you're going to have what I think the number increases on the scholarships next season. So not every scholarship player is going to play. So I think this just comes down to a guy just wanting an opportunity, wanting minutes, and he wasn't going to get them at Purdue, obviously. And I guess we can talk about whether that's good or bad.
Yeah, I don't.
Did he deserve to get some more minutes?
No, I don't think so.
That's how I feel about it. But you can't fault him for wanting to go somewhere and play.
Yeah, I this makes sense for all parties. I got nothing here. Like I wish him
Unless, unless,
unless.
unless Brian Waddell turns into second team all Missouri Valley next season.
Yeah, I mean, I hope that happens for him, to be honest.
Yeah, true. And I think it could. Not even bullshitting. Sorry, excuse my language. But he did have some moments on that overseas trip and even in late games. So he's got some athleticism to him and he's 6, probably 7, I feel like. He's a bigger wing type player. So I don't know. I think he could find himself with an opportunity elsewhere and be a productive player.
What do you think his level is? Like if he goes to Missouri Valley, could he start?
Yeah, I think so.
If he goes to the A10, could he start?
Depends on the team.
Depends on like at Dayton, probably no. At VCU, probably no. Loyola Chicago?
I'm trying to think he doesn't start over like a Des Watson or like a Jaden Dawson.
I think Loyola Chicago would probably love him. Not to speak for Drew, but like I don't know that he'd be like a featured player at Loyola. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe he'd get there and just be awesome though.
Can we go off looks?
Yeah, we can go off looks.
He looks like the first ad of Nico Medvedev's class in Minnesota.
Ooh, I kind of love that.
Yeah.
Would that feel weird to Purdue fans though if he's back in the Big Ten? Like I feel like he's just gonna get out.
It would be, but they keep Cam Heidi and they get another Boilermaker.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. Um, yeah, I think just from reading on this and like just letting it settle in for a second, this feels like it was like absolutely going to happen.
The timing's kind of funny.
Just like that quickly after the
the
loss.
loss didn't even marinate.
Yeah, but that's what players got to do if they want to maximize their opportunities, you know?
I know. I'm just picturing him have it loaded up on his laptop screen, and like the minute he got back to the hotel, it's like shit.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what it is though? Like it's one of those like, okay, this one happened. Now are we on watch? Like this kind of reminds me like I just had a baby 10 days ago, and when you got to the due date and it hadn't arrived yet, every 5 minutes I'm looking up at my wife like, "You good? Are you moved a little weird there? What's going on?" Like that's I would assume that's kind of how Purdue fans are feeling right now. Somebody
Yeah.
just entered the portal. Are we good?
I,
You know?
I think it's. I don't think it really matters in the
Yeah.
grand scheme of things. He's a guy trying to get an opportunity.
Do you want to call your shot on where he ends up?
Butler.
I think it'll be a level lower than that. I
You
don't
think
know
he's gonna
where.
go? You think he's gonna go like Missouri Valley, A10, something like that?
Why do I feel like Valparaiso is coming?
Is Valpo in Indy?
I think somewhere around, or like, well, isn't there like IUPUI?
Yeah, or maybe like one of those Chicago border schools, Illinois border schools, like
I don't hate that.
a Bradley Brave.
I don't hate that. I'm gonna stick with Valparaiso.
You think Shrews would want him?
No,
No, you don't think he's doing the whole like give me a Purdue guy?
I would be surprised if any high major program took Brian Waddell for a year.
Diebler might.
It might be right up Diebler's alley, to be honest.
It is March, and that means that March Madness is upon us. And if you are looking for a place to play, Underdog Fantasy has you covered. Sign up and deposit using code SLEEPERS, that's code SLEEPERS, to receive up to $1,000 in bonus credit plus a free pick. Head over to Underdog Fantasy today and use promo code SLEEPERS to take advantage of this amazing offer.